Okay guys, let's talk about the Osmo Pocket 3. I've been using this thing for since it launched, which is a couple of months ago now. Yeah, it's been a couple of months. Took it to Disney, Universal with this thing, tested out, and I have to say, the upgraded 1-inch sensor is everything that you will want in a pocket-sized form factor like this. This is the upgrade right here. If you have a Pocket 1, Pocket 2, well worth the upgrade. If you've never used one of these Osmo Pocket before, definitely this would be the camera for you, especially if you are a content creator. This thing has all the features that a content creator would probably want. So the first and most important thing is probably face tracking. As soon as you flip the camera around, automatically face track starts. Having a built-in screen doing vertical or horizontal content is just like a snap. It's really fast, and totally recommend this to any content creator. If you do long form content or short form, this is gonna make it a breeze. Now this creative combo that I got right here actually comes with a couple of extra things, and I want to talk about that. Okay, so first it comes with this little pack right here, which at first sight is pretty small, but this actually turned out to be pretty well thought out piece of for a bag. Usually DJI's bag that they give you usually only fit their product in there, and it's all right. Anyway, this one right here will fit all the little nooks and crannies that that you have with you. So this mini tripod right here, and then this extra battery, actually all goes in here very well. You see right there. And then now here's the thing, this thing doesn't really fit in there like it's supposed to right now, because what I've done is I've actually added an attachment. So you see this is the file cam quick release. And so what I do is, instead of just screwing it on every single time, you don't have to do this, but I like for it to be just really quickly for me to just snap it on. And then when I need to put it away, I just snap it off and I put it back in my bag. So that's the quick release system that I'm using right now, and it works out really well. What I do is I would attach this, another one like this, to like an extension pole or something like that. And then now I can snap it on there if I want to, things like that. It just makes it a lot easier. They still fit in the bag really well. And then at the same time, by the way, it does come with a lanyard, which I really don't use, but it's there for you. Now, it comes with this case as well, which is what I use most of the time. I really don't use this bag as much. I use like a fanny pack. I leave this bag at home. And this case right here actually protects it pretty well. The thing is a little finicky when it comes to taking it out and putting it in. So you see this right here, you have to kind of tilt it a little bit, and then you kind of push it in this way in order for it to snap in correctly. Yeah, it took a little bit for me to get the gist of it, but once you do that, everything kind of fits in there pretty well the way they've designed the whole case on the inside. And so you look right here, they actually have a slot. Now these slots are magnetic, and so you see this right here, the Creator Combo comes with this wide angle lens right here. And what that does is that if you start this thing up, you can just attach that right there. It gives it a little bit extra room, like the wider room. But here's the thing, I don't like to use it, so I usually have it off most of the time. The reason why is I found out that this extra lens element right here actually makes things a little bit fuzzy, in my opinion. So I have to clean it all the time, and so on top of that, I just want to point out that if you were to, let's say, shut this thing down, okay, look at the way it folds. So it doesn't fold in. You see that? It just stays that way. The reason why is, and DJI is pretty smart on this, they know that there's an extra lens on top of it. So what they do is they don't fold it completely in. So you see, it just stays like that. Now, the way it's supposed to fold is if you don't have that lens, it's supposed to fold in like so. See that? But because it won't fit with the magnetic lens on there, see that? It just kind of stays this way. Yeah. And obviously with that in there, it won't fit into your case very well. Okay, so you would have to take it out and magnetically attach it to your case, and then you know, put it back into the case. So anyway, a little bit of an inconvenience right there whenever I'm running and gunning at Disney. So I just opt to not use the extra wide angle. Because this thing for me is already wide enough. That one right there is nice to have, you know, if you like are really setting up, but from a run and gun situation, it's not for me. Okay, so the other thing is the DJI mic that comes with it. Now, the reason why you get to create a combo is because of this mic right here. I have version 1 and I totally love it. This is DJI mic 2. This is version 2. It does pretty much everything that the version 1 does, which literally records on the mic itself. So as a backup, you can do a recording on here and also on your camera. So, you know, in case your camera doesn't come out, you still have a recording right here to sync up when you are editing your video. Really useful. This little fuzzy thing that came with it, they actually upgraded this. Really glad that they did, because when you're talking outside, it's really windy and it blocks out a lot of the sound. Really nice. The special thing about the DJI mic 1 or even this one, is the magnet system. They give you this little magnet thing right here, and you drop this behind your shirt and it just sticks on there. So no longer do you have to clip it onto your neck. You can actually place it a little bit lower so that the sound doesn't sound so fuzzy. You know what I'm saying? Now, the one special thing about the clip though is that with this case, they actually built a little clippy thing up on top here. So you can actually attach that right there along with storing your DJI mic. And so when I'm traveling, literally this thing right here is in my fanny pack, and that is it right there. Really nice. I never take this thing off at all. When I actually do use it sometime, I actually flip this thing around. Actually flip this thing around and hold it like this, and the mic is pointing at me, so I'm actually like talking like so. Yeah, see that? Oh yeah, right now it's tracking my face. So okay, so since it's we're talking about tracking, let's talk about tracking. Okay, if you've used the Osmo Pocket 1 and 2, you know the tracking, it's already really good. If you use the Osmo for your cell phone, the app tracking is fantastic. So DJI got the tracking down, okay? With the Pocket 3, it actually, I feel like the tracking is even better, because whenever it's tracking you this way, and let's say you have something obstructed in front of you and you come out of it, it actually still stay with you. Yeah. So let's say, okay, so check this out, okay? Right now it's tracking me so. And then if I have it, my face right here, and then come back down, see that? It still tracks. I think they've really upgraded this, in my opinion. Obviously, that's why they call it Active Track 6 or 7 or something like that. I mean, every year they come out with a new one. But yeah, the tracking on this thing is pretty solid. No problem right there at all. Okay. Now, vertical video. A lot of you guys are probably really interested in vertical video. For me, vertical video on this one is it's almost there. I would say 80% there. The reason why I say that is because with vertical video, they do a really good job with the screen, by the way. I can actually see myself on the framing of it, and I can see exactly, you know, what kind of shot I'm going to upload to the internet. Now, the only problem here is that and you probably heard this before, I wish that the camera flipped to vertical instead of just cropping in on the horizontal. That's pretty much all that it's doing. So when you flip this thing, all it's doing is that it's recording it just cropped in, which is great. I mean, it's still good. It's still recording at like 3K. So you're getting a really good resolution here. And on top of that, the 1-inch sensor, it's really good. The quality of the video is not the problem, but I feel like they could have done a 4K model of this, which I feel like they're keeping that in the back of their pocket. And excuse my pun, but yeah, they're probably gonna release it on Pocket 4. I'm pretty sure they are, because tech's already there with on their Mini 3 Pro. They're already doing that. I mean, so I don't see why not. But yeah, this thing, I wish that it would have flipped the actual camera so that you get a full 4K 1-inch sensor. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now let's talk about the startup time of this. The startup time, it's actually one of the best startup time that I've ever seen on something like this. You literally, you flip it and it starts up right away. I don't know how they do it, but that's one of the perks of this product right here, is how fast it just starts up and you hit the record button right away. I've used a lot of camera guys, and this one right here beats it by a mile. It beats everything else by a mile. The startup time on this thing is so incredible. I don't know how they do it, but I'm so glad that they do that, because if you look at this thing, right? I mean, you're talking about, you got tons of gimbal, mechanical moving parts here, and they're able to just, get the startup time for the gimbal to just spin out, close back up. You flip the screen and it just spins out and you start recording right away. I mean, I don't know how they do it, but their engineering is is phenomenal on this one, for sure. Question you might have is, do you really need a creative combo? The creative combo comes with all these extra little things, and if you plan to buy them separately, I would recommend you getting the creative combo, because everything is already hooked up for you. So for instance, the DJI mic, that's already hooked up for you, so you just get it out of the box and it works right away. If you buy the mic separately, you're gonna have to hook it up yourself, so extra legwork. But at the same time, for someone who let's say just go on a family vacation, do you need all of these stuff? I would say yes, you do, because this extra battery right here, even though it doesn't look that important, one, it does provide you with pretty much all day shooting with this battery pack right here. And I actually carry another battery pack just so that when this pack runs out, I just take it off and I plug in a battery pack to this to charge it as I'm still shooting with this thing at 100%. So really useful on this one right here. And on top of that, which to me is almost as important as having a battery pack, is that it actually provides you with a good amount of grip on this thing. Yeah. Okay. Besides the fact that you can attach a tripod to it, if you don't have this extension right here, the DJI, I don't have it in here, but it does come with a little adapter at the bottom of this, the non-creative combo. It does come with the little adapter so that you can attach a tripod to it, which to me is kind of inconvenient in my opinion, because that thing really doesn't do anything at all. It's just for you to attach a tripod. That's all it is. But this one right here actually has multi-use for it, which is obviously a battery pack, and it feels good in the hand, especially when you don't want to use a tripod. So verdict, I started this video telling you that this is well worth it for any creator. Now, if you're not a creator, then I would say this is still a good camera to get over anything like a point and shoot or something like that. If you already have the top of the line iPhone, for instance, do you need this? You probably don't. If you're not a creator, you probably don't. Now, if you're a creator and you have a top of the line iPhone, then I still say, yes, you still need this. Because what it does, the iPhone can't really do for some of those scenes that you need. Like, for instance, motion time lapse, add a little flair to your videos. The Creator Combo, the Osmo Pocket 3 is going to be add that value to your videos for sure. Anyway, really good right here. I really like it. I'm glad that DJI is really innovating here. I've been waiting for this Pocket 3 for 5 years. Anyway, if I have any more updates in the future, I will update this video. But other than that, guys, if you're a creator, run out and grab this. That's it for me. I'm out.